Welcome back to Worley Family Homestead. Well, in the last video, you saw us take the old dog pens and put them together and make a little pig pen out of them. And so today, we're going to try to make a little shelter for the little piggies to get under. So if you remember, we got the old dog pen here. I don't want anything permanent right here in this particular area. I may do something else later on back here. So I don't want this pig pen to be permanent because the pigs are not going to be permanent here. They're going to be something for us to raise. And so we have some meat throughout the winter next summer. So they're not going to be permanent. I don't want the pen to be permanent right now. So I don't want the shelter they're going to be in to be permanent either. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build them a small shelter to get under. Nothing big for them because they're small feeder pigs that's coming here anyway. So don't need nothing too big. So we're running Lowe's this morning and we picked up a few things that I didn't have here at the home already. I've got us some 2x4s that's treated. We got us some, well, we're going to get 10, but 10's so expensive and I'll go into that later. But we got something for the top and the side to cover it with. And so what we're going to do, we need some 4x4 posts, but since it's only going to be 4 feet high, I don't need a lot. And we had torn down a barn about a year or so ago that one of the bad storms came through and tore it pretty bad. So we got to salvage a lot of parts out of that barn. And I got a chance to save enough 4x4 posts. I didn't have to go buy any 4x4 posts today. So we're going to go over here to the little scrap pile. We're going to get us out some 4x4 posts. And we're going to do most of this project inside the barn. It was real cool here this morning. It's warmed up a little bit right now, but the wind's still up a little bit. So we're going to do most of this in the barn. Since it's not going to be a permanent structure, we can do most of this in the shop over there. There ain't no good. We'll have to get rid of that sooner or later anyway. There's a good ground rod. We need to save that. Alright, that there'll be good. I think that there'll be okay too. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use 2 for right now because these posts are 8 foot long a piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. That way I have 4 posts, my 4 corner posts for my little shelter. And let's go and get them to the barn and see if we can get them cut. Well, I got nothing on my 4x4 post while ago. Got a couple of nails in here I got to get out. So we're going to try to knock them out real quick so I can go and get this thing cut. It's been there a while. That there didn't come all the way out. Probably won't either. Nope. I've been there so long I got to be careful when I cut. Make sure I don't cut that part of my saw blade. Oh. Tells you how old this old 4x4 post started. Nail's been there so long it has done rusted away to almost to nothing. So just got to be careful when I cut, make sure I don't cut because there's still nails in there, but like I say, they're so rusted out they may not cause any problems, but I don't want to hit them with my saw blade anyway. Let me get my tape, we'll do some measuring, do some cutting. You got the square. I'm gonna try to cut on it. Might have saw back there. See if it. I think it'll cut through it all the way, and it'll be a straight cut. All right. All right, to get this a good square cut, I'm gonna go ahead and try to cut my miter saw. I think it'll go all the way through, and pretty sure it will. If it don't, we'll get the old handsaw out. Perfect. Now I need to do that one more time and make this other post. So I'm gonna cheat. I knew it wouldn't be much difference to cut off to make them both 4 feet, because of course these treated posts are a little bit different in size anyway, and plus there's some old posts anyhow. So I'm gonna line these up on the edge. I don't know if anybody's ever done this before, but I'm sure they have. The best way I found to make sure that you can always measure with your tape and do 4 foot on each one. But the way I like to do it is I'll take one cut. I know this is 4 foot on the top now because I made my mark a while ago. I'll take and line this end up. I'll take and line these two fresh ends, these fresh cuts together. And I'll come here to the front. And you can see on this side here, there's not much left over. So that's how I like to mark my second one. That way I know they're gonna be exactly the same. And I'll cut on that line right there. And we'll have two posts exact same. All right, they're identical. Now we just got to cut one more and we'll have our corner post together. All right, I don't see any nails or nothing in this one, so this one here is pretty clean. So we'll go ahead and mark it, cut it, and get our other two posts. Okay, got all my materials cut. Now I'm gonna lay it out, kind of like I want to build it. What I'm gonna do, lay this out here. Instead of getting 10 for this project, I was going to get the 5E10, but it's so doggone heavy, and plus it costs more. It's about almost $25 a sheet for an 8-foot section. We found this at Lowe's. Tough Tech Seacoaster vinyl. It's made out of vinyl. It's light. Like I say, this is kind of what I wanted. I wanted something light to put this together with, because I don't want it to be real heavy, because I'm going to move it around a little bit. This was about $17, I think, a sheet. And it's 8 foot long too. It's easier to cut with my 10 snips. I can cut it right across, and it's just a lot easier, and it don't cut you as bad as 10 does. Let me grab my tape again.
Where's it at?
I do not know. I got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm gonna cut 2 at the same time. See if I can do that without messing it up. There's 1, and there's 2. Two pieces a little more hard to cut. About right now is where I'll be getting cut out with the 10 because it's on my finger at the bottom. And usually about right along here is where I get cut at. But this stuff here, like I say, it's vinyl. And that was 2 pieces cut at the same time, so I wouldn't screw it up so bad. So I think it's going to be pretty good. Alright, hold this right here. I'm going to try to put the... I don't know what's wrong with you. Look at her. See if the bottom is at the bottom. Right there. I can like flatten it out right here. We're about running out of daylight again, and so we'll probably put this out in the pen tomorrow. But I think that'll be good. Like I say, all sides is covered except for the front. That PVC covering there, it's pretty good. Like I say, I like it okay. We'll see how it holds up out in the weather, but it feels like it's pretty durable. Like I say, we'll see how it does when it stays outside for a little while. And like I say, I don't want it to be real heavy. This 4x4 poster will make it heavy enough already as it is. And the 2x4s together, and we had to, of course, put a support in the middle at the back and one on each side to put the siding on with. But I don't think it'll be too heavy. I think it'll be good for 2 little feeder pigs to get in and grow. And we're going to put her in the pen tomorrow. Oh, God, hit my head. Well, we got a little shelter put into the pig pen, so now we're going to go ahead and try to run some little hot wire around the bottom of it. That way, if they try to move around the edge of this pen, they won't be able to get out. So we got everything done on the pig pen now, except what I want to do is I want to run a hot wire around the bottom of it. That way, in case they want to root out that little bit of electric fence, I'll keep it from rooting under the pen and tearing it up. So we got lucky, and our local youth livestock sale was about a week ago, and they have an online auction, and our local Tractor Supply had actually donated a solar charger, the whole kit. Comes with everything. It comes with the solar charger fence box, comes with the little small post you can put in the ground, comes to ground rod, the wire, and everything you need. So we got online and bid it on that a while back, and we ended up getting it. So that is actually what we're going to use to get this done. And we appreciate Tractor Supply supporting our youth. And they had a great sale again this year. And so we're going to see if we can get this thing unboxed and go ahead and get it put up around this pen. And cause hopefully this afternoon we can go look at a couple pigs and see if we can go and get into hog business. But that's what it is. This is a American Farm Works solar garden protector. But it's really for a garden, but it's going to be perfect for this little pig pen. Covers up to 400 square feet. Little pig pen we got built, it's only 20 by 20. Like I say, everything here is just temporary for right now, because we might want to move this out later and build something more permanent down the road. But I think this is going to do us a good job, and we're going to get it put together real quick. Okay. Clamp. Hey, it even comes with a fence tester. Look at that. It's pretty good. We can use that.
Ground rod.
There's our ground rod. Here's our little electric fence stobs, which they'll be fine for what we're going to do, because we just need one on the bottom. So we'll go there and start putting them up first. Then we'll come back and mount that, and we'll see what we got. All right, that'll work. Never used them kind of posts before. They're pretty good. I think that'll be enough, don't you? We'll run the wire and we'll see how it does, and kind of go from there. We got 5 more left if we need them. Just special might more, but I think that'll be good.
I always put an extra panel and I have to.
Yeah. Y'all can wait a few more minutes. It ain't time to eat yet. Hold it straight.
Are you a goat instead of a cow? Look at you chewing on the stick.
What are you doing? Got out this morning and looked, and he was down there chewing on an old piece of tire that was down at the old stump pile down there. So I had to go get it out of the pasture this morning, which I should have got it out, but he thinks he's a goat, I reckon. Since this is all just...
Dave.
Hush, Daisy. I'm trying to video. I see you looking at me. Since it's all gonna be just temporary anyway, all I've done now is I've just wired this box to the gate. It's not gonna go anywhere. If I was gonna make this a permanent fixture, I'd actually mount a post and screw it to the post to make sure it stay permanent. But since it's not going to be permanent, this is going to do us for what we need to do right now. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hook the hot wire around on the inside and come back up, and we'll hook it up to the box and see if she works. All right, so now we got to put our ground rod in the ground. This is the ground side over here. Okay, if you hadn't ever done this before, to make this thing have a good ground, to make sure it works like it ought to, you got to have a ground rod, and they supplied that ground rod with this thing. And these are nice. These actually clamp onto the ground rod. They've got teeth in it that bites into it. Once you get it on there, it's got a screw hole right here. You just back the screw out. You put your hot wire or your ground wire through there, and that actually grounds it, which makes a pretty good ground. So these are pretty neat to have. And I'm glad they included that in the kit. So we'll try to tighten that up good. Make sure we get a good ground. All right, now cut me off a piece of ground wire. Oh God. What I'm gonna do is it's got two washers on here. Can you see any washers right there? It's got two little washers right there. What I do is I separate those washers out, and I put my wire between the washers, make sure it's got a real good connection. And I'll just wrap it just around like that. And that way when I tighten these washers up, it sandwiches that wire in between, and you got you a good connection right there. And like I say, we're gonna need about you stick your ground wire in here, and I'm gonna put it in there twice. See, to have an extra little connection in there. You don't need to, but I just want to make sure it's got a plenty on there to make sure it's going to connect and touch. Make sure that we got it on there.
It has a sticker on there saying it needs to be in sunlight for 30 days before you turn it on.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm probably waiting. We'll test it out later. Cut this extra off. All right, now our ground wire is connected, so we got a good ground. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna run the same kind of wire from this side, which is the hot side. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna sandwich it between those two washers. And I'm gonna run the other end of it in there to the hot wire. But what I'm gonna do is, like on my other videos that will fix Buck's place out there, since this is metal, it's gonna arc against my fence and we'll short it out. So I've got some of that piping left from when we did Buck's new place with the gate going underground with it. I'm just gonna take and cover this next piece of wire with a piece of that pipe, and that way we'll make sure that it don't have any connection issues. And back around. About right here. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and cut that to about right here, I think. And unlike with the fence over at the gate, I'm not really worried about water getting in this one, because the way I got it down at the bottom, if water does go in this pipe, it runs right out the bottom, so it shouldn't be an issue. I'm still gonna try to keep it where it kind of don't do that though. Try to hook it up in there under the bottom. And there we go. It does have a sign on here. It says charge in sunlight for 3 days before turning on the unit. So probably have to wait till the next video to show you if it works or not, because I'm not going to turn it on yet. It's kind of cloudy out here today, and I want to make sure this thing gets good and charged up before we turn it on. But it should work when we get ready to turn on, but I'll sure let you know. All right, well, here it is, the back side of it. There's our fence charger hooked up. Like I said, we're gonna give it a few days to charge that battery really good, then we're gonna turn it on. And like I said, I think it will work out pretty good for us. Like I said, again, this is just something temporary that we're going to do, just to get a couple of feeder pigs in here and get them ready to be processed, and have us some meat in the freezer for this winter, and maybe some of next summer if we get a lot. But there's the little shuttle they got. We're gonna probably come in here and put a little hay in the bottom of it. Like I said, it's and it's really not that heavy. Me and Kim can move it around pretty easy a while ago to get it set where we wanted it set at. And I think it's going to do good for, I don't know, how much was it? Less than $200 probably. For less than $200, we got them a little shelter to get under. And I think that the pigs will be tickled to death to have it. Like I say, it's just to get them out of the rain and out of the wind, and keep them out of the elements a little bit. But I think it'll be fine. So, got our hot wire running around the bottom. You just got to remember to step over it right there when you come in and out. But other than that, I think the little piggies will be happy as they can be in there. And they're going to be right here, neighbors with the cows. And of course, anytime we do anything out here, they got to come and look and supervise and see what's happening. But which is all right. They're probably wondering what's going to happen here next. Hey, Daisy.
Here, Daisy.
Came over to her mama's house today and got the chickens a little bit of a treat. We're gonna see how good they like it. Get on back, girls. Yeah, like got you good, didn't I? Got them some cabbage leaves. What are you doing in the dark? It's getting dark outside. Hey, George. Getting dark on us, ain't it? Yeah. You can see what else they got in the other pans over there. Go ahead. Oh, look who showed up.
Come on, Bella.
You late. You late to supper. You in the bed with the big cows. You just way behind. Oh, it's getting dark. There you go. I hear the other cage out there rattling. They'll be here in a minute. I bet Elmo's on the way around the corner right now. Let's see if he's the first one around. Yep, there he is. And there he goes. All right, well, that's gonna wrap up this video. We have run out of daylight again, but we got the pig pen finished, and what are y'all doing? Y'all gonna finish the video up for us? What kind of look is that?
What is it, George?
What kind of look is that?
He likes being messed
Oh,
with.
there comes the other ones.
And she's
All
gonna
right.
come back here and ram.
Yeah, she's jealous. Well, again, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for like, share, and subscribes. We got the pig pen built, got it ready to go. We actually went a while ago and looked at a few pigs and talked to the guy that had them. And by the next video, we'll have some pigs on the ground, and we'll kind of go from there. He's got some about to be winged. He's got some needs to cut. And so next couple of days, I hope he gives me a call back, and we'll be in the pig business. But again, we appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. What are y'all hollering about? Go on in. Hey Elmo, go on in. Come on, let's go. Let's go, come on. Go, 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 go. You two go to where you're supposed to be at.